Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Beauty Expert Jane. And if you're new to my channel, I cover anything from makeup tutorials, product reviews, and a little behind the scenes vlogging with my husband. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I try to put out about 1 to 2 videos per week. So today I did this awesome makeup look on my good friend Jasmine for Valentine's Day date night. If you want to see how we achieve this look, let's jump right in. Here we are in our studio, and I'm going to prep my beautiful model for a beautiful Valentine's Day glam. Number 1, I'm going to prep her skin with some soft cream. When prepping the face, hydration is key, and to be specific, this is called Strobe Cream from MAC Cosmetics. One of the reasons why I absolutely love this product is it's going to illuminate, hydrate, and give you that beautiful J.Lo glow. So next step, we're gonna add a little bit of primer. Now, living in Vegas, it's pretty dry, so it's all about hydration here. All right, so this is gonna feel nice and dewy. And a primer is key for makeup application because it's gonna help the makeup stay on longer, and it also helps fill in pores, and it does reduce any texture. So again, for those that are dry or feel like they have flakiness, this will help instantly soothe and soften the skin. All right, so now that we've prepped the skin, I'm gonna add a little bit of eye cream because I am also all about anti-aging. So I'm gonna take Estee Lauder Resilience Eye Cream and go ahead and look up, and we're just gonna gently massage. So fun fact, you guys, did you know the eye area, your skin is almost 10% thinner than your face. So you wanna always make sure you hydrate and keep that area nice and smooth. And this particular one actually has a little bit of illumination, so it's gonna give you that nice bright-eyed effect. Now it's time to fill in the brows. I like to take a little comb, and I like to make sure all the brow hairs are going in the right direction. Luckily, my model has a full brow and she is ready to go. Okay. After I've combed the brows, I take an angled brush with a soft black-brown matte shadow, and I like to fill in naturally where her brows are already growing. And all this really does is just perfect the brow shape and give it more of a clean, polished, full look. And the key here is just to use soft, sweeping motions. Okay, so you guys can see nice and clean, and we're just gonna go ahead and fill the other side. And I got a pro tip for you guys. You wanna use small sweeping motions, again with a natural matte shadow that enhances her natural color. So you don't wanna go too light or too dark. You shouldn't really see a disconnect between her natural hair and the shadow that you're using to fill in the brows. So just because I am a perfectionist, I'm gonna go ahead and comb out the brows so that way any areas that you overdid it or overdrew it, you can go ahead and just make sure nothing looks out of place. Now, especially for date night, you really want those brows to pop, so I'm gonna take one of my favorite concealers and we're gonna go ahead and carve the brows. And one thing I love to do is taking a concealer at least 1 shade lighter than her face, and we're just gonna go ahead and start by tracing the under brow area, and then we're gonna take the leftovers and go right on top. And this essentially creates this perfect microbladed brows. And you can take a little bit of the leftovers and go on top. And again, all this really does is just give you that clean, crisp brow. Now we're gonna go to the other side, do the same. Just take a little bit of concealer right underneath the brow bone. And again, the key here, it's all about highlighting, sculpting, and really giving that eye a lift. And also for those that are all about minimalism, I even take concealer all over the eyelid. So go ahead and close, and you can use this also as a primer for eyeshadow. So if you have any dark circles or uneven skin tone around the eyes, no problem. Okay, and we'll go ahead and even that out on the other side. And as you can see, it just kind of gives her that nice bright eyes, very even. And you can see it instantly highlighted the eye area as well. So now that we finished the brows, it's time to add dimension and glow to the eyelids. So I always like to start with a highlighter color using my shader brush right underneath that brow bone. One of my pro tips is, again, you want to use the lightest shade, and feel free to even use a little bit of a highlight color to give you that nice pop. So the key here is you want to always start with the lightest and work your way into the darker tones. And I always like a soft contour color. I like to use bronze, a little bit of a beautiful, almost coral, and it really does open up those eyes without making it look too flat. So as you can see, we started with a nice highlight color and then creating a soft contrast with a nice golden bronze with a little coral and orange. And last but not least, I like to use a little bit of a smoky tone. So you really want to work a darker color, if not a little bit of matte. So the golden rule here is pick your 3 colors going from light, medium, and dark. And that is the easiest way to create a soft glam without trying too hard. And the key here is it's all about blending. So it's not just about throwing on a bunch of colors. You want to create a nice blend, making sure all of the colors look beautiful, flawless, and radiant. Now for my model, she has beautiful eyes, beautiful lid space, so you can really have fun here. Don't be afraid. But today I am all about creating an effortless look that's, again, polished but not over the top. And it's all about creating that soft, smooth dimension. And again, as you can see on her other eye, it's all about that smooth transition, so you don't see any harsh lines or any harsh colors. Again, blending is key, working with the light, medium, and dark tones. And again, in terms of the colors you guys choose, feel free to add more for more dimension. And again, for those who want more of a softer eye, feel free to use less of your darker tone. But all in all, it's about your comfort zone and working with colors that you feel most confident in. Okay, and one little fun trick I always like to do, and this is for people who just want that extra fun, I like to take a bronze shimmer right on top of the lid, and that just kind of breaks up the eye here and creates a little bit more of a glam factor. So I'm using a soft bronze with a lot of luminosity here to give you that instant glow. All right, so after we've done the eyeshadow, we're gonna go in and add a liquid liner. I think for me, liquid liner is just a beautiful, sexy way to add a little more accent, and every eye shape is different, so I'm gonna add a little bit of cat eyes. So the key here is to use a soft felt tip marker, and you want to lift the brow up so you can kind of find your angle. And again, we're talking about creating a natural line that follows her lash line. So pretty much what that means is when you're creating an angle, make sure it is very, very accurate with her natural lash line. So as you can see, we're following her natural lash line, and I gently extended the ends. Okay, go ahead and open. Beautiful. Yep, nice and smooth. And in terms of length, and the style, feel free to explore, but for me, I just like a clean liner that enhances the lash line. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and fill in the liner right above her lash line and create that soft edge. Next up, we're gonna prep her face by adding a little bit of skin base, and for me, I'm gonna use MAC Face and Body, and we were talking about how dry her skin is. So this is gonna be water-based, very lightweight, and it's just gonna give her that nice, even complexion, and at the same time, it's gonna feel nice and hydrating. And as you can see, her texture is pretty smooth, so Face and Body is a good product for her because it'll even out uneven skin tone, a little bit of redness, but it really does make your natural beauty come through. And again, a lot of my clients too, they love it because it doesn't feel like makeup, but you can obviously see it's made such a difference. And a little bit goes a long ways with this product, so work very sparingly. And again, we're all about blending and adding minimal coverage, just enough to perfect the skin. Okay, so as you guys can see, it just really cleans it up in the most natural way, and that's what we want to achieve. Again, to me, date night, especially on Valentine's Day, you don't want to be over the top. All right, so now that we've evened out her complexion, I'm gonna add my favorite part, which is concealer, to add highlight and dimension back into her face. I use a shade at least one shade lighter to highlight and add dimension back into the face. So I always like to start with a triangle right underneath her eyes, and what that does is it's gonna create this beautiful illusion of bigger, brighter eyes. So again, golden rule, triangle under the eyes, and then we're gonna create a T right between her brow and on top of the bridge of the nose, okay? So create a magic T, a little bit underneath the nose and the chin. Next up, we're gonna take a blending brush and just gently massage the product into the skin, and as you guys can see, we're gonna also blend it out. And again, especially on a beautiful date night, we want you to look as confident and flawless as possible, but still looking effortless. And go ahead and look up. And as you can see, this instantly brightens her under eyes, making her feel flawless and radiant and ready for the night. Beautiful. And again, the eye area is pretty sensitive, so when you are applying your concealer, just make sure you're massaging, being gentle. And make sure you blend out that concealer underneath here. And if you guys are confused on where to apply the highlight and concealer, think about the areas the sun would hit first. So again, when you look at the sun, it's gonna hit right on top of the bridge of the nose, right between the brows, upper cheekbone, and sometimes a little bit under the chin. So we're creating that nice dimension as if you're looking right towards the sun. All right, next up is gonna be contour. So we're gonna create a little bit of shadow to really create dimension, and it's gonna help fuse the highlight into her overall complexion. So what I like to do is we're going to go right underneath her cheekbones, and as you can see, it's gonna start to sculpt and redefine her beautiful cheekbones. And this is a secret that J.Lo's makeup artist does as well, is he always starts with highlight, then goes in with contour. So again, for those who think, okay, contour, do I really need that? No, but does it change the way you look? Absolutely. And for those who want more of a slimmer jawline, higher cheekbones, forget plastic surgery, just put a little contour and you're good to go. And look at the difference already. Okay, so same thing, we're just gonna go right under the cheekbones. Think about carving out right below the highlighted areas. Just like when you're looking at a painting, it's the beautiful balance between highlight and shadows that creates such a beautiful canvas to look at. And don't forget to blend. Another golden rule, I like to find your earlobe to the lip edge, and then you want to create this beautiful invisible line. That is where I apply the contour, so just right above it. Right above and right below the highlights. Okay, and again, feel free to add as much as you'd like or as little, again, based off your personal preference. It's all about enhancing your beauty. Okay, looking good. All right, so now that we've highlighted and contoured, we're gonna seal the deal with some powder foundation from MAC Studio Fix. This is great because it is mattifying and it is full coverage. So again, it's just gonna melt the highlight, contour, and keep your makeup on all night so you don't need to worry about touching up. And again, when it does come to powdered foundations, because it already is a full coverage, don't overdo it or your face can look a little dry. So as you see, we're just gently patting over those areas of makeup, but we're not over delivering because we still want to keep that nice, dewy, fresh glow. And sometimes during those romantic dinners, the lighting isn't the best. So we want to make sure that highlight and contour is still on point. Wow, that looks incredible. So to really bring it all together, we do have a highlight powder, Soft and Gentle by MAC. And what this is gonna do is it is a powder, it's still illuminating, and you're gonna go over those concealer highlighted areas that we talked about where the sun would hit your face first. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that product, and again, it'll bring back that glow. So especially for those who are already oily and they don't want that greasy look, a powder highlighter is a perfect product for you. Because again, it's mattifying yet it brings back a little bit of that luminosity. So we're going up on the upper cheekbones. We're gonna take it above the bridge of her nose and between the brows. And look at how that brings back that beautiful dewy radiance, but still mattified. Pretty awesome. Again, above the nose, underneath the lips. Okay, gorgeous. All right, to finalize the look, we're gonna add a little bit of blush, mascara, and lipstick. So I'm gonna take a nice soft rose blush. This is by NARS. I love palettes. That way you have options for every client. And we're just gonna add a little bit on her cheekbones to give her that nice fleshy look. Okay, go ahead and smile. Beautiful. And again, we're all about enhancing the natural beauty for date night. Gorgeous. And one of my recent tips is to really give you that nice chiseled lifted look. It's not just about the apples anymore, but you want to create a soft C shape all the way into the hairline. Beautiful. Okay, the secret here is you want to really melt the contour and the highlight and put the blush right in the center. And again, the key here is it's all about lifted, sculpted, and dimensional complexion. Beautiful. And one little trick I like to do is with the leftovers, dust a little on the nose and the chin, and it just kind of gives you that natural, flushy, fresh look. All right. So next we're gonna do some mascara and finish off with a beautiful, bold red lipstick. Now, some clients prefer using a curler, but some people who already have long curly lashes, they don't necessarily have to do this, but for those that do, I always like to hand the client the mascara and the lash curler because it is a little bit more sensitive. Perfect. Wow, looking good. All right. Okay, so for sanitation purposes, you always want a disposable lash wand, and we're gonna add some nice coats of mascara on her lashes. And as you can see, a lash curler really does help because it really makes your eyes look even more sparkly and dimensional. So go ahead and look down, and we're just gonna go in and be generous with the coats of mascara. And the key here as well is to really massage it and push the lashes upward as you apply mascara. So it's not just about throwing it on, you want to be intentional with every application. Okay, go ahead and look down, beautiful. And now you guys can all see how the look is coming together. Very flawless, very effortless, and again, for Valentine's Day, date night, perfect makeup look. All right, so now that we're almost done, last but not least, we're gonna finish off with a beautiful polished red lip. So at MAC, they offer this Prep and Prime, which is a Velcro for your lipstick. So whether you're dry, chappy, or your lipsticks bleed, this will actually help soothe the skin and also prime the lips for a long-wearing lip color. One of the cool points about this product is it also actually gets your lips to get a little tacky, and it doesn't make your lips super oily. Okay. And then I'm gonna take my MAC lipstick, Russian Red. It's a beautiful red color, a little bit more on the coral red, and it's just the perfect matte red lip for date night. And for Valentine's, what a fitting color. And I like to take a little lip brush there to really get precision with my application. And as you can see, this really takes the look to the next level. And if you're afraid of red lipstick, don't be. There's a perfect shade for everyone. So when in doubt, Russian Red is an amazing lip color that any skin tone can work. And one thing that I love about Russian Red is, as you can see, it's not an overpowering red, but it does give you enough color where it just gives you that soft, bright, confident, fierce look. And again, if you don't have a lip brush, I would recommend getting one because it really does help with the application process. Awesome tool. Okay, press your lips together, beautiful. Wow, that is stunning. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look on how I achieved this fabulous soft glam for Valentine's date night. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.